let's find the greatest common factor of 42, 70, and 100. So as always, the first step is to look for prime factorizations. So we're going to factor 42. 42 is 6 times 7, and 6 is 2 times 3. So 2, 3, and 7 are all prime. We're done there. 70. 70 is 7 times 10. 7 is prime, and 10 is 2 times 5. 2 and 5 are prime, so 2 times 5 times 7, that's the prime factorization of 70. And then 100 is 10 times 10. 10 is 2 times 5. So 2 times 5 times 2 times 5, that's the prime factorization of 100. Next step, we look for common factors. All right, so let's make a table. So we've got 42 and 70 and 100. All right, so we list the common or the prime factorizations. 2 times 3 times 7 is going to be 42. And actually, I know I've got to leave some space in here for some other stuff that's going to fill in later. So let me write it like this. 2 times 3 times 7. So I'll leave these spaces in here. You'll see why in a second. 70 is 2 times 5 times 7. So I put the 2 under this 2, the 7 under that 7, but I gave the 5 a new column because there's no 5 in the first row, and I want it to be in its own column. And then the 100, it's 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. So I'll match the 2's and the 5's. And this last 5, it doesn't have any other 5 to match with, so it goes in a new column here. Okay, so the rows are our prime factorizations. We're looking for common factors. So we go through the table. We see that we've got a column full of 2's, but only one. There's another column of 2 with a 2 in it, but it doesn't have a partner over here. All right, so this isn't a common factor. 3 doesn't have any partners in the lower row, so 3 isn't a common factor. All right, so here's an interesting column. We've got 2 5's. So 5 is a common factor between 70 and 100, but it's not a factor of 42. So it's not a common factor for the 3 numbers altogether. So we're not going to circle that. We only circle it if all 3 rows are filled in the column. And same for this 5, it's by itself. These 2 7's, they're a common factor of 42 and 70, but they're not going to go into 100 evenly. So we're not going to circle these 7's either. So what that means is the only common factor of 42, 70, and 100 is 2. So the last step, we don't really have to do anything. We have to multiply the common factors, but there's only one common factor. So the greatest common factor is